Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Angel Storm. I'm the founder of Ashes to Beauty Ministries, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm talking to you about how a life coach can help you recover from narcissistic abuse and move forward in your life so that you aren't repeating the same things over and over again. So since the shelter in place, my life coaching client numbers have significantly increased, and even prior to this I was already kind of like at my limit, so I've had to do some restructuring in my daily schedule to take on more clients, and I'm really excited about that because I know that so many people are using this time wisely to invest in themselves, to really take a look at what is working in their lives right now, what isn't working, and they're getting rid of the stuff that isn't serving them anymore and bringing in new methods and new techniques that can help them not just manage things that, like how they are right now, but actually move forward and serve them in the future too. So I thought I would just do a quick video on why a life coach would help you with this. And I posted about this quite a bit, about why a life coach is so useful in these types of situations. So when I was actually going through this whole process myself of dealing with a narcissist, I was looking for a life coach. I really wanted a life coach. I just felt like that is who I needed to see. And I couldn't find a life coach that specifically understood narcissism or what I was dealing with, the stressors of how my life was being just, completely upheaved and, turned upside down. And that always made me feel like I really couldn't connect with somebody. So moving forward, I was like, my mom actually was like, you're a life coach. You took all of the classes. And I was like, yeah, you're right, I did. So I ended up getting certified so that I could start Ashes to Beauty and become the life coach that I was looking for. And specifically, I went through my old journals. I love journaling. I've been journaling since I was 15 years old. I journal nearly every single day and have since I was 15. And so I went through my old journals and I was looking at what I was writing down. Oh, I wish somebody would be able to help me with this, or I wish that there was some guidance that I could receive for this issue. And I just really took the things that I was wanting to have that were missing from my life, and I built upon them Ashes to Beauty, so that I can give that to other people who are in the same situation that I was, or a similar situation, who are looking for help but just can't seem to find it. So in terms of what I do as a life coach, it depends on the client, of course, because you could be at different stages. I have clients who are just getting ready to divorce a narcissist, who are in the process already of being in family court with a narcissist. I have people who have gone through all of that, everything's figured out and settled or whatever, but they are having issues with like the trauma of being with a narcissist. How do I get over that? How do I move forward? Or they had left the narcissist and they got immediately into another relationship only to find out that that person is also a narcissist. And then I also have people who are past all of that, but now they're looking to turn that pain into purpose. Like, what can they do with that horrible experience that can serve other people's, or a way that they can give back to other people? So I have, as I said, just clients at all different stages. So I try to meet them where they are at. And when you're in, for example, the midst of a custody battle, or you're in family court divorcing a narcissist, what you need is coping skills. You need to understand how to set up healthy boundaries and how to enforce the boundaries when they are violated by the narcissist. You probably need help in knowing how the court system will work. What is the next step that you're going to be faced with, and how is the narcissist going to respond in that situation? So I try to meet the client wherever they're at. But in terms of the overall recovery, not only are you going to have amazing social skills, you're going to have great life skills. So you're going to know, again, about how to set boundaries, how to enforce the boundaries. You're going to understand how communication with a narcissist works versus communication with a healthy person, and how to build a relationship with somebody of any type, just a friendship even. How to do these types of behaviors, how to learn to love yourself, how to show love to yourself, and how to then, from that overflow of love for yourself, does that turn into purpose? How does that love come out when you are with your children, when you are with your friends, when you're at your job? What is the purpose? Where does that, it needs a channel, all of that energy needs a channel. Plus, there is the process of working through everything that you've gone through. There can be severe trauma issues, and I've talked a lot about CPTSD being very common with people who have been with narcissists, and being able to work through all of that and knowing like this isn't where you're gonna lie. You are going to get yourself out of this situation, and life is going to go on. You're going to have an amazing life up ahead of you. You just need a little bit of extra help. So this is what a life coach does. If you can find somebody that you are truly connected to, I for sure believe in impartation. I believe in sowing into the thing that you are interested in having. This is why we take classes at college and things like that. We know that the person who's teaching us has the knowledge and the experience that we need in order to be successful in the future at our jobs moving forward. So it's the same type of premise going on here. I think that I really would have loved to have a life coach, when I was going through everything with the narcissist, because they would have been able to give me the resources that I needed. So for example, how to communicate with a narcissist. How do I do self-care in the middle of going through hell, literally hell? Like, how do I do that? I just didn't have all of that kind of stuff like faded away from me. I mean, sleeping wasn't a thing for me, eating wasn't a thing for me. It was so physically taxing on my body that, when I would go to think about stuff, my brain was so foggy because I wasn't feeding it, I wasn't allowing it to rest. So, just somebody to kind of hold your center while you're going through this craziness, and to remind you like these things still need to get done. And even though that sounds so simple, I know for me that would have made a huge difference if I could have gone back in the past and found a life coach at that time. The other thing was like I had so much anger and I was so upset. I didn't know how to, nothing had ever made me that angry, ever. And so I just really didn't know what to do with all of that anger, and so it really just stayed inside of me until I figured out how to go through the process of forgiveness and how to go through literally like deep cleaning out all of the junk that's in your soul and working on it every single day. And so until I learned that process, I was just kind of stuck repeating the same day over and over and over, and it wasn't a good day. I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating, and I was super angry. Everything, was making me irritated. I couldn't think clearly because my brain wasn't being treated with respect. I wasn't allowing it to rest. I wasn't eating healthy. And so it was just this whole big mess was going on, and I just needed somebody to kind of help me untangle all of those issues and figure it out. And so that's what I do as a life coach. I listen to the individual about where they are right now, what their biggest challenges are, and where they want to be. Because even at that time, it was like, if I would have asked myself, like, what do you want to be, where do you want to be in 6 months from now, I don't think I could have even told you that, because I wasn't thinking that far in advance. It was just like, I'm just trying to survive today. And so a life coach will also help you get vision for your life. They'll help you get back on track to creating the life that you had always dreamed of, to making sure that you are the person who can sustain, withhold and sustain kind of dream life that you want to create. And not just for yourself, but so that you can give it to your children. So all of these skills that you're going to learn by getting with a life coach aren't just for you. They're transferable. You're going to be able to show these types of healthy behaviors to your children and model them before your children so that they're able to absorb that as well. So I think everybody should have a life coach, honestly, because the outside perspective as well, somebody who can see your point of view, but who can also see every other point of view, and be able to bring in the other options to you that you may not have even known that you were missing. So again, I hope that this does help you kind of understand about how a life coach can help you, especially when you're dealing with narcissistic abuse recovery and moving forward in your life. You can find out more about me and what I do by clicking in the links in the description. You can go to my website and see everything about me there. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on the little bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video to this channel.